Welcome to Clip Fame, where Hollywood's funniest moments become impossible to forget. Every celebrity has their own way of making people laugh, but Tom Holland only needs one accidental comment, one confused look, or one story that exposes himself to send the entire room into hysterics. The harder he tries to keep things serious, the faster Zendaya, Robert Downey Jr., and every host sitting across from him completely lose it. You can be Spider-Man, swing across the entire Marvel universe, and still panic like a kid caught by the principal when Robert Downey Jr. FaceTimes you at 2 in the morning. To Tom, RDJ is more than a co-star. He is basically his real-life Iron Dad. So one missed call was enough to make Tom think his Marvel career had just disappeared overnight.
I do have his phone number. He FaceTimed me at 2 in the morning.
Okay.
And I didn't even check to see who it was. I was like, oh, who is that? And I hung up. And then I woke up in the morning, and in my phone, he's saved as the Godfather. So I woke up and I panicked. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to ghost you.
Yeah.
And he obviously didn't reply for ages because of the time difference in LA.
Yeah.
So that was maybe the most stressful day of my life, where I thought my relationship with Downey was over.
This is exactly why Marvel had to keep such a close eye on Tom during interviews. He can be talking about Spider-Man, sitting in the middle of a Marvel press tour, and somehow wander straight into Batman territory without noticing. The charm is how confidently and happily he gets it wrong, leaving the host too amused and slightly too uncomfortable to correct him too harshly.
Peter, are you hiding something?
With great power comes great responsibility.
Are you doing Batman?
Where is she?
Okay, that's not even the right cinematic universe.
Yes, it is.
No, it's definitely not.
You're wrong. It is. There's been crossovers. There has. I've seen them.
Tom, if you keep doing this, we're gonna get sued.
I have so much money. I'm Batman.
No, you're not Batman.
Most people bury stories like this from their school days to protect their reputation. Tom brings them up in public like proud achievements. He does not describe it as cheating, so much as a young businessman making efficient use of the resources around him. That innocent face is what makes him dangerous, because you somehow want to scold him and laugh at him at the same time.
You can't copy someone else's homework. Because they do say...
That's what I used to do with my best friend Harrison. I used to be like, mate, can I copy your homework? Because I've been working, I didn't have time to do it. And I would just make sure I'd hand it in before him.
You didn't even try and change?
And he got in trouble because the teacher was like, Tom is working so hard outside of school and you're copying his homework? How can you be doing this? And yeah.
You lowlife.
That's not low, that's clever. I think if you can get away with cheating on tests...
To understand Peter Parker, Tom did more than sit in a hotel room reading the script. He actually went undercover at an American high school, then tried telling one of his classmates that he was Spider-Man. Nobody believed him, which meant the future Spider-Man got the full Peter Parker experience early, telling the absolute truth and still being treated like the weird kid in class.
Oddly, for Spider-Man, they sent you back to school.
Well, it was a joke. They don't obviously understand my British sarcasm. I said, wouldn't it be funny if I went to an American high school undercover to see what it would be like to be an American high schooler? And Marvel were like, that's amazing, let's set it up. Wow. So 6 weeks later, I'm with a backpack, pencil case, books, on my way to the school, the Bronx School of Science, which is a school for genius kids. And believe me, everyone, I am not no genius. And yeah, so I enrolled in a high school for 3 days. I had an accent, a fake name, a backstory.
What was your fake name?
Ben Perkins, who's my acting coach for when I was a kid. But they paired me with a kid called Arun, and I was supposed to be his brother or something like that. And Arun is an Indian kid, and when I came in, everyone was like, really, your brother? And we're like, yeah, we're just distant brothers from, whoo. Anyway, moving on.
This is a science school. They can figure things out.
Like, no way that works. That doesn't work.
But then you did. Did you confide in people?
So I was sitting next to this very pretty girl in class, and you have to go through an exam process to get into this school, which obviously I didn't do. And she's like, hey man, what's your deal? How are you here? I was like, well, let me tell you my secret. I'm actually Spider-Man. She's like, dude, you're fucking nuts, bro. What the hell, really? And I'm like, no, seriously, I'm Spider-Man. Obviously, none of my movies had come out. No one knew about it. It was a big secret. So I just looked like some nutter that showed up for 3 days and then disappeared.
Yeah, she's laughing now. She's like, why, you had him right there in the bottom.
Tom's thought process was probably simple. The reporters could wait, but when Iron Man calls, you answer. He was in the middle of an interview and still picked up for Robert Downey Jr. He, like Marvel's youngest sibling, terrified of missing a call from his big brother. Even RDJ sounded surprised, almost as if he could not believe Tom had actually answered, and that instantly turned the interview into something far more entertaining.
Here's the problem, is he's bum rushing us because I pulled a little stunt. What did I do?
He FaceTimed me in the middle of an interview.
Really?
Yeah,
Hang
right.
on a minute. He never FaceTimes me. This is so weird. Hey, man. How you doing?
He's never FaceTimed me ever once. Now it's become a bit of a thing.
Why are you answering your phone in the middle of an interview?
Because it's you.
Yeah,
If it was
right.
my mom, I'd be like, no. But it's Robert Downey Jr., so you're like, yeah, I'll see what's happening.
Chris Pratt thought he was having a perfectly normal interview until Spider-Man appeared in the audience and raised his hand. Tom did not need a dramatic entrance or some elaborate prank. He simply sat there pretending to be a serious audience member, then asked one question that made Chris realize he had just been ambushed by the most mischievous younger member of the Avengers.
I was expecting this. Yes, okay, this gentleman right here, this young man right here. What's your name?
Hi, everyone.
Hi, how are you? I think people like this segment, I guess. That's a good segment. Hi,
I have
yes.
a question.
What is your name, sir?
Hi, my name's Tom, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Chris Pratt. I have a question for Mr. Chris Pratt.
Yes, Tom, go right ahead.
So my question for you is, of all the actors in the world, of all of the actors, who is your favorite actor?
Most people look at the Spider-Man suit and imagine swinging through the city, saving lives and fighting Marvel villains. Zendaya looks at it and immediately thinks about a very specific emergency that no superpower could solve. Tom's reaction makes the moment even better, because he clearly never expected his co-star to have thought through the situation in such terrifying detail.
A detective is what I'm trying to say.
Yes, right.
I'd like to see MJ.
Listen, it's one piece, so there's a helmet and there's all these things, and I always have this fear that if he's like working really hard or something's happening, that if he had to like throw up per se, how is he going to get it out? Sometimes when I look at him, I'm like, I get a little scared because I'm like, what if you like, I don't know.
Tom can hang from wires in front of an entire film crew, but put him in front of Zendaya's father, and every superhero instinct suddenly disappears. He does not even try to rescue his image. He tells the story with the face of someone who is still embarrassed years later, while Zendaya only has to look at him to make the whole thing even more uncomfortable. Once Peter Parker and MJ became a real-life couple, this started to feel like Tom's most awkward boyfriend audition ever.
Chase, go ahead.
Amazing.
Surreal.
It's epic.
Incredible.
That's my original answer. Maybe there's a buzzer situation.
Alors la question, la première question.
C'est dur.
Donc selon. Yeah, that's a great cover.
Okay, so 4-0, great. I love this game.
Okay, that's a trick question.
Most embarrassing moment in your life?
Meeting you for the first time was pretty embarrassing.
But why?
Because you walked in to the room and I was like, hi, nice to meet you. You went to shake your hand, you went for a hug, and I hugged you like this, and your dad was there and you were in the doorway, and it was just very, it wasn't
I don't remember that
cool
being
at
as
all.
awkward as you.
Tom entered the story hoping to help his brother impress a girl, and walked away as if Hollywood had quietly changed his name. His charm comes from how generously he shares his own embarrassment, letting the host and audience enjoy the humiliation before he can even pretend to be offended. It takes a special kind of confidence for a global star to be mistaken for Timothée Chalamet and still become the funniest storyteller in the room.
No, we were in Hawaii and Sam and I were swimming in the sea, and there were so many beautiful ladies on the beach, and you know, Sam was single at the time, and he was like, oh, I want to meet someone, man. So I was like, all that needs to happen is we've got to get someone to recognize me, and then they'll introduce us to all their friends, and you'll be golden. So anyway, so this girl walks into the sea, she's gorgeous, and she's walking over, and I'm like, here you go, bro, here you go, here we go. And she breezes right past me. Hello? And she goes over to Sam and she goes, oh my God, are you Timothée Chalamet?
The host probably expected a harmless question about the Spider-Man suit. Tom opened an entire backstage door that Marvel definitely would not want printed on the toy packaging. He describes every deeply unglamorous detail so casually that the person across from him is laughing, while also wondering whether they have just learned far too much.
It's actually pretty awkward. Like, are you completely naked underneath it? Because
pretty much. I have to wear a thong underneath, and other than that, that's it. You know, the first time they ever gave me the thong, they were like, "Here, put this on." I was like, "No. Why would I wear a thong?" And they were like, "Yeah, you have to, because it makes the suit look better." And I'll never be the same. I'll never be the same again.
It's definitely a nightmare to put on and take off. If you want to go to the bathroom, you have to plan like 45 minutes in advance. I nearly wet myself one time. It was a close call. Because you know how sometimes it just comes on, you're like, I need to go now. Yeah. And it's like, zip me up, unzip me, and then you're like, get it off. So and then you got to take a mask off, and then you got to unzip a muscle suit and slip the boots out and stuff, and then I've got Under Armour on underneath. That was nearly a really expensive mistake. But yeah, that was probably the closest I came to really, really embarrassing myself.
Tom has a dangerous habit during interviews. Once he realizes he has said something strange, he rarely stops. He usually keeps talking and happily provides to his friends after school. Before long, everyone sitting beside him has become an unwilling accomplice in his very lovable chaos. As casually as if finishing the scene, while forcing the crew to call in the CGI team was just another minor scheduling issue. The funniest part is that Jake Gyllenhaal thought Tom's pained expression was incredible acting, when Tom was really just trying to stay on his feet. By turning one of his most uncomfortable moments into a story that makes the whole room laugh, Tom shows exactly why people find him so likable, completely professional, but never overly serious about himself.
Yeah, we were shooting a scene, and I got sick. I was very nauseous throughout the day, and in the middle of one of the takes, I threw up in the middle of the take, and kept going. You know, but that's what acting's all about.
I was sitting opposite him, and I was like, how is he doing that? He is so good. He looks so tortured and so unwell and so like hurt. And then he basically just had a stomach bug.
And they actually CGI'd the vomit out of the shot. But if you look in the movie, my mouth is just partially open at one. I'm kidding. Are you kidding?
I was gonna go back and see it.
I was right there.
Yeah. My God. That's the Marvel Universe, just painting out the vomit. Yeah.
Whenever Tom sits beside Robert Downey Jr., he has the energy of Marvel's youngest sibling trying to prove that he understands all the rules of Hollywood. The more seriously he uses American slang, the more RDJ transforms from Iron Man into a father deciding whether to correct his son or simply let him learn the hard way. Their real-life Tony Stark and Peter Parker dynamic may be even funnier than the one in the movies. One knows exactly what he is doing, while the other is too sincere to notice he is digging his own hole.
Who among you is least trustworthy when it comes to the secrets?
Oh my God! Even the audience, even they know.
I heard that rumor too.
Tom, did you tell them what happens before?
So at the end of the movie, I don't know.
Snitches
no, I remember.
end up in ditches.
Yeah. No,
First of all, the American version of that, even though we love your Britishness, is snitches get stitches.
You're right.
Jimmy begins with what sounds like a sweet family story, then quickly develops the expression of someone who has just discovered a Marvel-sized budget hidden inside a birthday present. Tom talks about buying expensive gifts for his younger brothers without bragging or trying to make himself sound like the perfect sibling. He describes it as casually as choosing a birthday card, while Jimmy slowly realizes that the Holland family apparently celebrates turning 21 according to Avenger standards.
What are you expected to, as a big movie star now, to get your two younger brothers for their 21st twin birthday? Go ahead.
What did I get them?
Mm-hmm.
I bought my brother Sam a piano.
Uh-huh.
Because he loves playing the piano.
Great.
And I bought my brother Harry a Rolex.
Oh.
But with my parents, though, we went half and half.
You did.
It was like a real family endeavor. And 21st is a big birthday.
Tom talks about Euphoria with the energy of a genuine fan, looking for any possible excuse to enter Zendaya's world. Instead of acting cool or using his celebrity status, he openly asks for a role on television as though HBO has simply been waiting for him to make the call. It lasts only 9 seconds, but it perfectly captures how Tom can turn his support for someone he cares about into something both sweet and effortlessly funny.
The things about playing Spider-Man is getting to work with Zendaya. I want to be in Euphoria.
Okay, let me talk to some people. HBO.
Get him on the phone.
Benedict Cumberbatch has faced the multiverse, but even he was not prepared for Tom Holland's understanding of RuPaul's Drag Race. Tom answers with the total confidence of someone living in a timeline where RuPaul hosts an actual car race, while Benedict looks at him like Doctor Strange just searched millions of possible futures and somehow missed this one. Tom is not even trying to be funny, but his completely unguarded innocence is enough to destroy the entire Marvel cast's ability to remain serious.
They asked who would be best on RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yes.
And you said...
I said Downey would be because he has the fastest cars, thinking a drag race like a car race. And I didn't know about that show, and I've now enlightened myself with it.
You've now enlightened...
Yes, I have.
Were you entertained by the comments on Twitter?
I was massively entertained. It's a great show. It's really fun.
Yeah.
But, yeah, because everyone, I said it, and everyone behind the cameras was like kind of freaking out. I was like, why is everyone freaking out so much? It's a drag race. Come on, guys. And then I saw on Twitter, everyone was like, oh my God, he doesn't even know.
He really was born yesterday.
Yeah.
Tom Holland has made every Marvel interview feel as though a spoiler supervisor should be sitting beside him. This time, he does not reveal any secrets, but he still manages to make a universe-altering disaster sound like something you could order at a coffee shop. The host and his co-stars immediately lose their rhythm, while Tom simply laughs along and turns his own confusion into something far more entertaining than any perfectly polished press tour answer.
Yeah. I love that like the most serious event in the entire MCU is called the Blip.
It's not a blip, it's a disintegrate.
It's like it's like a mass genocide.
It is.
It's awful. It's
the
a
Blip. They call it the Blip.
It literally sounds like
so funny.
Like everyone's like,
yeah.
like a little bubble.
Tom respects Robert Downey Jr. so much that he once mistook RDJ's stunt double for the real man. Instead of trying to escape the embarrassment, Tom takes all of it on himself, turning a painfully awkward mistake into another story that makes him impossible not to like.
I go into this room to do the audition, and I see Robert Downey Jr. I go up to him, I shake his hand, nice to meet you, and I'm starting to panic, right? I'm like, oh my God, it's Robert Downey Jr. And I'm looking at him in the face, sort of going, there's something different about you in person. Do they do something to your face on camera? Like, you don't look the same. And then Robert then walked in. And I realized I've been talking to his stunt double the whole time. So I got my, like, nervous, jittery stuff out of the way with Glenn and then met Robert afterwards. Oh, my God.
Tom Holland has a kind of humor that's almost impossible to copy. The more seriously he tries to tell a story, the more likely it is to drift into something awkward, unexpected, and completely hilarious. One case of mistaken identity, one accidental comment, or even one confused look is usually enough to make the host and everyone sitting beside him lose it. From Zendaya and Robert Downey Jr. to Jake Gyllenhaal and the talk show hosts across from him, nobody stays serious around Tom for very long. His humor never feels like he's fighting for attention. It comes from how easily he laughs at himself, owns every embarrassing moment, and somehow makes one of Marvel's biggest stars feel like a regular guy telling stories with his friends. That's probably why so many people love watching him. The celebrities around Tom seem more relaxed, more genuine, and a whole lot funnier whenever he's in the room. If you enjoyed watching Tom turn every serious conversation into complete chaos, hit the like button, subscribe